Hello friends, till the previous video we learned how to derive definite conclusion out of statements using two very important methods. First, method of conversion that we use to derive conclusion out of a single statement, and second, method of deduction that we use to derive conclusion out of two statements. Now in this video we'll take some examples that have come in some major exams and we'll see how we should go about solving them in less than 15 seconds. So let's take first set of statements which has been taken from SBI Clerical 2008 exam. So the statement 1 is all gems are diamonds, and statement 2 is all diamonds are rocks. And now the conclusions. C1 is some rocks are gems, and C2 is all gems are rocks. Now instead of checking the statements, we'll check the conclusions first. You can see that in both the conclusions a relationship between the classes rocks and gems is given, while in the statements you can see that rocks and gems are given in two different statements. Therefore, we need to apply the logical deduction method here to check whether we can find a definite conclusion between these two classes or not. Now, you can observe that the middle term is diamonds here, which is distributed once in the statement 2, and the statements are properly aligned as well. Therefore, we can deduct the middle term, and a combination of all plus all will give an A-type statement, and we'll get the conclusion as all gems are rocks, which is our conclusion number 2. Now if we convert C2 using the method of conversion, we'll get some rocks are gems, which is mentioned in C1. Hence we can see that both the conclusions C1 and C2 follow here. Now let's take another set of statements. Statement 1 is all books are tables, and statement 2 is some tables are goods. Now against these statements three conclusions are given. C1, which is all books are goods. C2 is given as some tables are books, and C3 some goods are books. Now if we read the conclusions, we can see that there are two conclusions C1 and C3 in which a relationship between the classes books and goods is given. And if we look at the statements, we can see that the classes books and goods are in two different statements. And to derive a conclusion between these two classes, we need to apply the logical deduction method. Now you can see that the middle term is tables here, but it is being distributed in neither of the statements. Therefore, we cannot find a definite conclusion between the classes books and goods, and hence C1 and C3 will be marked as wrong. Now in the conclusion number 2, a relationship between the classes tables and books is given, and if we look at the statement number 1, it says all books are tables, the conversion of which gives us some tables are books, which is our conclusion number 2. So in this question only C2 follows. Now let's take another set of statements, and this example has been taken from SSC CGL Tier 1 2013 exam. So the first statement is given as all trucks fly, and second statement is given as no cars fly. Now let's note down the conclusions. C1 is given as no car is a truck and C2 is given as no truck is a car. Now from the conclusions you can see that in both the conclusions a relationship between the classes car and trucks is given, while in the statements the classes trucks and cars are in two different statements. Therefore we need to apply the logical deduction method here to find a conclusion between the classes trucks and cars. Now if we look at the statements, we can see that the middle term is fly, which is distributed once in statement number 2, but the statements are not properly aligned, and to do that we can convert statement number 2 and it can be written as none that flies is a car. Now once the statements are properly aligned, we can deduct the middle term, and a combination of all and no will give us an E-type statement, and it will become like no truck is a car, which we can find in the conclusion number 2, and therefore we can say that conclusion 2 follows here. Now if we convert conclusion 2 using the method of conversion, we'll get no car is a truck, which is our conclusion number 1, and hence both the conclusions C1 and C2 follow here. So friends, this is it. In the next video we'll take some more examples that have come in different exams. Till then, keep learning and have a great time. Thank you very much.